Wasimi, Orile. A village 26 kilometers from Abeokuta, Ogun State, captured every semblance of a war-torn desolate land 3 years ago. With 1,200 hectares of land, Wasimi is the biggest upland rice farm in the southern part of Nigeria. The population of the village used to be over 1,000. It is now less than 50 people. The houses are dilapidated and most of the structures are crumpled and desolate. There is not a single road that leads to the village. There is no electricity, no clinic, no church, no mosque, and no pipe on water. The people drink from a stream that runs through the village. The only thing that has probably survived is the hope of a better life that resides within this once industrious people. Now, with only 19 surviving villages out of an entire ward of 33 villages, help is desperately needed.
There was nothing here. There was only one access road. There was no drinking water. There was no electricity, no clinic, no police station. It was just virgin.
In October 2008, First City Monument Bank PLC launched its corporate social responsibility campaign across the 36 states of Nigeria. Presently, communities in 7 states are benefiting from these CSR projects and activities, which are rapidly expanding to all the other states of the Federation. FCMB, through its corporate social responsibility agenda, selected the International Sports Academy as an implementing partner to use sports and education as a tool for achieving economic empowerment for the youth of Nigeria.
One of the key platforms of our social responsibility activities is to select implementing partners that we feel will be better suited than ourselves as an institution to actually help develop an area that we see as being of concern to us. We provide the capital and the resources, and they implement. Now, the Wasimi community is one that we have seen had been neglected for many years, and the International Sports Academy was situated or is situated in this community. We saw this as an opportunity to support them and provide economic empowerment to the community, economic empowerment being one of our key tenets in our social responsibility program.
Sport is a passion of the youth. All boys and girls in this environment, particularly in third world countries, they now see that sport is a shortcut to success. It has become such a huge industry, and television has brought everything home to people. And they abandon their education in pursuit of success in sport. But only very few can succeed in sport. So the vast majority of them become a burden on society. And so there's a need for us to provide them with that which is their passion, which is sport, in an environment which will provide their need, which is education. They need to be educated.
Sports could be used as a tool to alleviate poverty. One of our focal areas under FCMB CSR is poverty alleviation. And we have identified sports as a medium to create jobs, to have some of our youth acquire skills, vocational skills. And it's also a good medium for peacekeeping, for sustainability.
We don't want to play in every facet of the community. We don't want to play in every area of corporate social responsibility. So we've actually mapped out 3 areas where we believe that we have the right capabilities and we have the strength to focus on. One of the areas we want to focus on is basically on poverty alleviation. The way we see Nigeria, we believe that there's a whole lot of headroom to improve the lives of our community and to alleviate poverty, and to help government alleviate poverty in our communities. So that's one of the areas we operate in. Another area where we also focus on in terms of CSR is empowerment. We want to empower our youth. We want to empower our women across different communities where we operate in. The third area is environment. Environment is critical to our survival. It's critical to the business we operate in. It's critical to the lives and survival and to sustenance of this country.
Electricity had been a major concern for the people of the Wasimi community for years. A primary contribution of FCMB was to install electricity to the International Sports Academy. By extension, this brings electricity to the entire community.
The initial activity was to support the International Sports Academy. However, through our support to T.I.A, we've also been able to have maximum impact in the community, in the Wasimi community, in terms of bringing some basic needs to the community, such as electricity, and of course, electricity gives way for clean water, fish habitation, roads, access to better roads, etc.
And with electricity in that community now, we've empowered all the women and all the youth in that community. So obviously they now have electricity to power their boreholes. They have electricity to sort of even get into some what I call small-scale type industry.
In addition, and to further create self-sustenance in the community, the women of Wasimi are given interest-free loans with which they can start a small business and therefore reactivate their livelihood through their cassava trading and rice planting activities.
I make garri and sell. We were given loans to trade with. We are free to engage in whatever trade pleases us with these loans. I used mine to trade in rice. We returned the loans without interest and then given another to continue our trade. We all trade in whatever pleases us.
What this has done is the electricity has increased economic activity, and of course this cassava production scheme has also helped to boost the income and the livelihoods of those in the area.
This tool paved the way for electricity to get to this village. Now we have job opportunities. Except our locals cannot handle the jobs. But once they can, they are employed. And they have benefited.
So community community meeting.
We hold community meetings. You see dilapidated houses everywhere. We are arranging to buy a brick making machine to make bricks, so that each family will now buy these bricks to repair their homes.
The artisans in the area are now empowered with new jobs. Many now work as bricklayers, and farmers who were once jobless now have the opportunity of reviving their farmlands.
The CSR framework that we have currently and that we're working with has been restructured to accommodate such environmental challenges, such as the economic meltdown, such as the world food hunger and poverty crisis that we're facing, even the environment. So you find that the structure is an ongoing process and it changes from time to time. But the key thing is that our focal areas worked with target groups, and these target groups are vulnerable groups. So our working with the vulnerable groups, our major goal is to generate income and to bring in financial stability, and that will always be.
Wasimi really is beginning to wear a new and vibrant look, and the people now have renewed hope.
4 years down the line since the idea, was conceived, and 1.5 years into when the project actually started, we are now reaping part of the dividends. We have had a small route, a better route leading to this environment. There is now greater attention about Wasimi really that didn't exist anywhere in the world. You couldn't trace it before, but now if you go on the internet, you will find mention of the village Wasimi really as the site of an international school that has created and brought awareness to this environment.
The International Sports Academy and the Wasini Community Project has shown that the present times call for a people who can rise above perceived problems and impossibilities and start a whole new generation of believers in the potentials and possibilities that will rekindle the passion to create a better tomorrow.
Well, certainly we see T.I.A. being an organization that is self-sustaining and not one that becomes permanently dependent on any single institution. We see it as being a beacon of hope for not just the community, but youth as a whole in Nigeria that want to excel in the arena of sports. We see the Academy achieving both international acclaim as well as international standards in everything that it does. So this is only, I would say, the beginning for what is potentially a wonderful organization and a wonderful establishment that will impact the lives of hundreds of thousands of Nigerians.
We shall not change our course. We shall remain on course to provide in this environment a school that will take more people, more boys and girls, with facilities, all facilities within the campus. A school that will provide them with an excellent education so that when they leave here, they become very useful citizens of this country.
From the heart of Africa comes the financial institution totally committed to you. FCMB, my bank and I.